Dyer's ban.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a GameStar/D'Amica presentation. We're here with a game for number 2 on the Cybergamer Open League Dota 2 ladder. We have Team Virtual, who are defending their number 2 spot, and number 5 are challenging for it, the Vietnamese Dream Team. My name is Coldblood, and joining me for this cast, the official, unofficial VDT caster, it is D'Amica. How are you, boss?
Radiant's banned.
I'm feeling really good, Coldblood, and of course it's back. Great to be back here and streaming with you again after such a long break. Especially here supporting my new favorite team, the wonderful Vietnamese Dream Team, sponsored by Mobility Gaming.
Yeah, so what we've seen of this team previously, Virtual going to have their work cut out for them. The Invoker and the Puck are going to cop some bans at the moment, as is the Slark and the Timbersaw. Bristleback and Clockwork are both still open, which is very interesting. Bristle hardly ever makes it past the bans lately, so I have to see if he gets snapped up or
10
not.
seconds to go.
Yeah, I noticed the previous game that I watched
5
VDT
seconds.
play, they banned out Bristle really quickly. And of course we see the Timbersaw ban coming up, and we'll probably either see the Clockwork being picked up or also banned. It's two of those heroes that you always see banned or picked. They never miss out, get all the attention.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Toki plays a mean bounty hunter, so they've got that as a fallback. And we'll have to see what they decide to go here. I'd love to see some more. What was KQT playing? He played the Ogre Magi. That was very exciting.
He's been playing a lot of Ogre Magi and Lich. He plays not a bad Lich actually. Roams a lot, is reasonably aggressive with
Radiant's
it.
pick.
So that would be interesting. And they were trying out recently, in one of their practice matches, they tried out a couple of new heroes, seeing how they were feeling with it. I believe that we had 7k on the Tiny, and we had Toki on the Death Prophet, and they were sort of just trying a couple of different stun combinations with Lena, Tiny, matched up with the Death Prophet and a Centaur. So I don't know if they're going to bring that in
10
for this game or
seconds to
not.
go.
Well, they probably do want to take the number 2 spot, so they
5
may go
seconds.
with some comfort picks. They've picked themselves up the Visage with their Asian Micro Visage very
Reserve
strong
time.
for them. I can say that because I just casted some Asians which were scary as heck. And the female Dota 2 comp, that was pretty exciting.
Oh, I'm sad that I missed that. I missed out on that one. That would have been really
I'll
good.
have to add you to the group so you can cast some
Please
games
do,
for them.
please do. It'd be wonderful to see what the ladies are up to.
The only Australian team's gotten a heck of a lot better. They're looking very scary now, so hopefully we can actually have a presence in this one. As Marana Bane going to be picked up here, a very potent single target lockdown combo. So we could see that paired with an Alchemist or a Crystal Maiden or all sorts of things. So VDT, what are they going to go with for this? They've got wow, that's a very early mid pickup.
Hey, Sparkles.
Radiant's banned.
I think it's interesting that they've gone with the TA. I actually see VDT play a lot of kind of stun combination / AoE teams, but it looks like they're going for a little bit more single target brute damage here. I mean, Visage, we all know how
10
much
seconds to
everyone
go.
loves Visage solely because it is a support hero that can also just run around and gank
5
the
seconds.
absolutely hell out of everybody. Such a brutal support. So, I mean, maybe we'll see these two
Reserve
pickups
time.
here go for the really strong kind of gank and movability, and then they'll pick up some stun and AoE as their final picks.
Well, I mean, TA great at the rune
Dyer's
control. That
banned.
may be something I want to try and capitalize on, particularly with the roaming that you just pointed out. And then she gets very strong once she's picked up a Blink and a Desolator. So far the Ember Spirit and the Dazzle being banned out. Ember Spirit, not surprised at all to see him taken away. Very strong
10
mid hero
seconds
lately
to 10
with
seconds
his
to
roaming
go.
potential. But with the TA pick, they're very safe in
5
banning that one
seconds.
out. Dazzle, that's an interesting one.
I'm so sad that they're banning out the Dazzle. I've actually been
Reserve
privileged
time.
enough to be playing a couple of games with BDT recently, as they sort of
Radiant's
trying to
banned.
help me progress in my Dota knowledge so I can kind of get into this whole casting business. And KDY, Nid is very happy with me playing my Dazzle. He's always like, just play your Dazzle. You'd love it. You'd love it.
He's
So-
actually been very popular lately in
Radiant's
minus
pick.
armor strats, going the
So
Slardar Dazzle.
good. So good. I always told you Dazzle, best
Yeah.
hero. Best hero in the game.
I hear it from a lot of people, so it must be true.
It must be true.
Follow the crowd. Okay, so the Viper, that's definitely a smart
Dyer's
ban out
pick.
against a TA. Lifestealer, and we can see why the Lifestealer is now banned out because Batrider has been picked for the first time since 6.79 came in, where he heavily fell off. He was banned both games in the previous series I just cast, and I don't think much has changed for him. People kind of forgot what he does, and now he's coming back because he's still very, very scary.
Yeah, he is. I mean, even with that
10
range knife
seconds
on
to
his
10
ultimate,
seconds to go.
as long as the initiation's done correctly. I mean, we've got a
Radiant's
Mirana here,
pick.
so if the arrow lands and Batrider blinks directly in on that target, I mean, there's nothing they can really do. And Batrider's ability to harass with the
Dyer's
tar
pick.
is just incredible.
Or you throw an Impale onto
Good.
that Sacred Arrow and
This
Nightmare.
single target from this team is going to be absolutely brutal. The damage
So
out.
that makes the Abaddon pick brilliant because Abaddon excels in protecting a single target as well as himself. Now VDT, will they go for a carry here? Lifestealer's out of the pool. If they really wanted some magic immunity, they could go
10
Juggernaut.
seconds to go.
But wouldn't be surprised to see a Luna picked up here, just for a
5
little bit
seconds,
of
5
more AoE.
seconds.
They're fairly single target focused at the moment. And then
Reserve
the mid lane, no,
time.
they've got the mid laner. So off laner it's normally picked up early, but in this game, it's going to be last for both teams the way it's going.
I think they weren't really sure how each team is going to kind of position this one. They went out with some really hard hitters early on. And I think it's kind of maybe put them off a little bit on wanting to pick their offlaner because they might have to look at something that's a little bit more versatile. They might have to even consider changing their lane lineups depending on what Team Virtual was going to pick. So it doesn't surprise me that BDT and Team Virtual have sort of left that lane to the end. They're both, you can tell that they're cautious of each other. I'd say these two teams have a decent amount of respect for each other's ability, and they're
Yeah, you're definitely showing each
concerned.
other respect. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Faceless Void or an AM, like a late game carry, because between Visage and Abaddon, you've got a lot of protection. You can very easily, you can protect the carry and you can slow down any threats with both of those. So, actually, no, they do go for the late game, but as like I said
Radiant's
earlier, the
banned.
Luna. You often see Mirana and Luna against each other, which is cool because they say little bitchy things at each other. So, like we thought, the off lane, is Bristle going to cop a ban or will he finally get through? We can see why he is often banned out first. What would you ban out if you were in this situation, Dom, to put you on the spot?
Dyer's ban.
Oh my goodness, definitely gonna put me on the spot. I'm not 100% sure what I would go with this one. I mean, this is probably my weakest point when it comes to Dota 2 is knowing who I would pick, who I would ban, because when I look at the
10
heroes of
seconds
Dota
to
2,
go.
there's just so many options. There's so much variety. I'd
5
probably.
seconds. 5 seconds.
Running out of
Oh.
time, or they're going to lose their last ban.
Oh,
Oh no,
no.
actually they got a bit of reserve.
They got a bit of
Reserve
time. They got a bit of time.
They do have that B. Oh, they're going to ban out the AM, so they
Radiant's
are
pick.
expecting the Mirana mid. Which, I mean, it does happen quite a lot, so... Oh, actually, no, they're expecting Mirana off lane, which can happen very easily. Her leap makes her incredibly elusive. It delays the Moonlight Shadow, but actually, Batrider could easily jungle or off lane as well. I mean, they've got a lot of adaptability on their side. I mean, even Bane can go mid and be a pain in the neck.
It's very, very true.
It's
I
not
mean,
optimal,
there's
but it's
so
funny if
much.
you're the
Seconds to
Bane.
go.
Hey, I have seen
5 seconds.
I've seen people pull off Dazzle in mid and pull it off very, very well. So you can legitimately pull off anything.
Reserve time.
Yeah, fair enough. That's actually what Mayo was just saying. Anything can work mid, it's what you do with it. And Bane would be an incredibly strong ganker and lane bully. So with the AM getting banned out, they could go for another carry. They've got a decent bit of damage on their team at the moment. And they're going to go for the Lycan.
Dyer's pick.
He definitely takes a bit of time to ramp up, but once he does, you will not. This Luna cannot outrun a Lycan with his ult pop. So, it's the late game's going to be very interesting here, depending on what this offlaner is. A bounty hunter would be great because it could cement the early game for the Vietnamese Dream Team because they got a very strong mid game. But Bristle's also open, and he's more of a.
10
He
seconds
can
to
go against any three people and still be okay. I've seen Bristlebacks get a triple
5
kill
seconds.
at the 3-minute mark, and it's like, well, that's a lost try lane.
Not to mention Bristle does a system in the
Reserve
fact that,
time.
as you said, Lycan
10
can
seconds to
outrun
go.
their Luna. But if you have a Bristle there, we all know what that snot's like.
5
I'm pretty
seconds.
sure none of us like it.
Yeah, definitely fair enough. He can lock down someone. No, Darkseer.
Darkseer, going through a bit of a
He can
tricky
farm
setup
from a
offlane there.
distance. Yeah, that's a great pick. I mean, you don't want to be anywhere near a Mirana Bane, and one of the people who can farm from a distance easily is the Darkseer, and he gets very strong later on in the game as well. If he can turn a Lycan illusion, a Mirana illusion against them, it's significant. So,
Especially once they're geared up, it's going to be pretty
and he
brutal.
does have Surge, just in case the Lycan is being a pest.
And it's going to also help. I mean, if he can get that Iron Shell out on anything that Bat Rider is trying to target, that's going
Right,
to
I'd be like,
be a huge
ow, ow,
difference.
ow.
Yeah, pulling
Why
it
you do
back
this?
into his own team. That's going to be pretty brutal.
Okay, so you're welcome to talk on Twitch, guys, if you want. You can head on over to Damika's channel if you want to see it from her point of view. That's Damika INO, all one
10
word.
seconds to
And
go.
if you're on Damika's channel and you want to see GameStar, head on over to
5
GameStar
seconds.
TV 2.
Indeed. I'll link you guys the other streams in my channel right now, just in case you guys want to have a look.
And we're now finally into the game. Some great looking banners on both sides. We don't have any naked black guys as the banner, which is it's
I
happened
don't even
before.
want to ask.
It's happened
Coldplay.
many
I don't even
times.
want to ask.
I think people just don't like me and change their banner. But we have a pause early on, and looks like we may be
Tactical
getting
pause.
tactical pause to admire the lack of naked black guy. So representing Team Virtual, trying to defend their number 2 spot on the Cybergamer ladder, we have Untamed as the Bat Rider, being very vocal when the All Talk was turned on in our failed first attempt. We have Suck on D's. Also a very loud name on the Nix. Tob Zeno will be the Bane. Bok Choi as the Lycan, and Smithy Foes Sim Tip, and that is an awful name, as the Mirana.
And now on Team VDT, the Vietnamese Dream Team, sponsored by Mobility Gaming, we have K Ninja on the Abaddon, we have Miguel on the Darkseer, Toki on the Templar Assassin, Jack Assassin on the Visage, and 7K on the Luna. I'm expecting big things from Mr. 7K tonight.
Toki loves playing assassins, doesn't he?
Toki, I love everything that Toki plays. He actually played a fantastic Death Prophet, which I actually was kind of surprised about because I thought it was a little different, bit of a different style that I'm used to seeing. But yes, he's very much a hard hitter.
Oh, both of the mids going for the exact same build here. They want to rush the bottle as quickly as possible. Both these heroes pretty decent at rune control. We'll have to see how that works out for them. We have an aggressive tri-lane coming out of Virtual here. They want to get a first blood. They have the Nightmare if they can pop something. Otherwise,
30
yeah,
seconds
looks
to
like
showtime.
VDT going to back out very wisely. Ward going to be placed will reveal a lot of the paths, not block any camps though. As the ping's going out by the Bane up on the top rune, the cliff overlooking it. That is, try and get some vision up for their mid laner. As Niggle's waiting off to the side as the Darkseer. So 1v1 against a Lycan. That's an interesting one. They
gonna
definitely
be,
didn't expect
And
it.
they're
I think
off.
they didn't expect an aggressive tri lane.
No, and it's going to be a bit painful. But I think Darkseer is a perfect choice for that. Let's be honest. I mean, anything that has to go into a melee range of a Darkseer is going to have a little bit of a hard time.
Yes, certainly. We have a lot of regen on this Lycan. Maybe they expected an aggressive tri lane because I mean, like you just said, he is melee, doing an awful job of blocking. Poor guy is much too slow with his old grizzled legs. So we pointed out the defense capabilities of VDT's tri lane. We'll have to see how it fares up against a very aggressive tri lane here. They've got to be so careful not to get locked down because Abaddon's not going to be protecting too much just yet.
Very true. I'm excited to see how this top lane goes because both these teams are quite aggressive in their play style. They don't generally tend to sit back. In the early game, they want to kind of take a bit of an advantage, get a little bit of ahead, and then they'll go sit back. Then they'll worry about their farm. But this top lane, it's just, I mean, it's going to be brutal if they end up in face-to-face combat anytime soon.
Yeah, well, the supports of VDT are hanging around at the moment. Normally they'd be backing off to start pulling the creeps, but they do not want to let this Luna be by herself at the current time, which is definitely fair enough. As we can see, the farm 5-1 in Luna's favour, 2-1 to the Mirana, but it is pushing here. Ping's going off by the Abaddon at the top rune. They probably know that it is warded, so the mid's going to be rushing for that one. The Linnea doing a lot better on the. Actually, no, they're quite similar now. And Batrider just giving 0 Fs as he runs around. Has 6 stacks of the napalm down on the
Look at
Linnea.
that circling of the fire there. He's going to try and force Toki.
She takes
to
so
go
much
through.
damage from him at the moment. Extra 70 from right clicks, that's a lot, and Toki's going to be forced back there. Refraction not very helpful against the fire trail. Not that it was on her, but like you said, circling her shuts them down, and the DD rune going to spawn at the bottom, so unfortunate for both teams, they're not going to have vision on it. As Lycan just sitting in the trees there, going to use the fact that he is only 1v1 to push the Duxia back. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I had them mixed around. Miggle's just being completely dirty.
Oh, here we go. Nice arrow out on K Ninja there. The batten's going down. The stun comes out from Nyx. Nyx and Bane here working together, trying to get this Abaddon down, not worrying about the rest of the support. Ooh, they get the Abaddon down for the first blow, but Nyx is taken out by the Visage. And now they're going to get the Bane as well. This is a 2-for-1. Oh, beautiful arrow from Mirana. It's going to leave Mirana Visage alone. Can he get that final bolt off? Of course not. He's going to back off there.
That was beautiful blocking from Bane. Bane body blocked the heck out of that Luna.
That was absolutely wicked. And of course, going slightly in Virtual's favour there, solely because they did get the first blood. So they're going to have that bonus gold there. But a nice recovery from the rest. They didn't back out. They didn't run. They stayed in there knowing they could get the revenge kills coming through. And it was just beautifully executed there.
Visage getting 1 kill, 1 assist and no death, well on the way to his familiars. Level 2 in the Soul Assumption, which is a significant bit of damage. With all 4 of his souls, he's putting out about 300 damage with the Soul Assumption. No, it's about 250, but still, very significant when people only have 500 health. So the virtual team, they're going to have to be a little bit careful that they don't let him rack up the souls and annihilate them. But level 2 in the Sacred Arrow, it's going to do a lot of damage itself. Miggles at the bottom lane, being very, very aggressive, going to be forced back there.
I'm going to have to just tab out for a moment. So apparently in-game my audio is not working, so
yep,
continue
no
on.
Okay, so Darkseer going to pick himself up an Arcane Boots. Doesn't normally get items this quickly at all, so going to be happy with that one. He's being very, very aggressive as the Lycan going to use his wolves to head on into the jungle. No, he won't, I tell a lie. As the supports of Virtual, they're hanging around the regen rune at the top, which just spawned. As Linnea, will she be able to get to it? No, she's forced back. Has a double damage in the bottle, but is forced away from it. Beautiful work from Virtual supports there. A regen rune for the Batrider. Doesn't have his bottle, it's on the way. But will they? No, he's just going to pick the regen rune up. Fairly low on the mana and about half health, so he's going to be happy with that one. As the pings go off from Abaddon at the top, saying, guys, the support's on here, we should go in, but the supports arrive in time. Actually, Dom, while I think of it, while you're fixing your audio, the spiked carapace in the fight up there by Suck on D's was really well done. He did it at the perfect time. I noticed that two of the VDT guys got stunned from it, so it was great timing there. Bottom tower falling very low from Miggles is, like you predicted, giving the melee Lycan a very difficult time. As top lane, nothing much happening just yet. Darkseer 36 last hits, the next is 18 on the Linnea, the Templar Assassin. Calling it Linnea because of defense, they named their cat after TA. So all I could hear was, Linnea, get down from there.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty
that's what I
sight
call
right now.
it. How you doing, Dom?
I've had to change my push to talk, but it's back. I have no idea why. Perhaps my mouse has decided that enough is enough finally. Does happen on the occasion.
Okay, so 7k going to take a Mirana auto attack after throwing at the Lucent Beam on the Mirana. Gets salved up by Suck on D's good guy support. Going to get the Mirana back up to speed as far as health goes. A lot of damage going on to Batrider in the mid. He's abusing the cliff to stack up the sticky napalm on the Linnea, but refraction shield's finally paying off for her there. And she's going to easily win that trade. Doesn't have any bottle charges though. Batrider does have 2, and he now does have the Flaming Lasso, so could easily look to get some ganking going on. As top lane looking very passive. I think, like you said earlier, these guys really respecting each other.
Definitely. Miguel, well on his way to picking up the
laners.
mech soon. Oh, they're fighting for this Invis and Toki's just going to get ahead, but not before the Batrider manages to ulti him. Not going to do very much. Doesn't have any tar stacks there, and neither hero really has the damage to knock each other down in a 1v1 just yet.
I feel like Batrider could have auto-attacked that rune when he saw he was going to lose, but maybe he was like a cautiously optimistic, or not cautiously, very optimistic, and yeah, Linnea easily comes out ahead there. I'll try and call her Templar Assassin because that's what most people know her as. With blowing the lasso. Oh.
Nice stun here coming around in the Nyx. They did have Bane Nightmare, which unfortunately screwed up the arrow. It was actually going to work against them. They're going to lose the Mirana to the Abaddon. Luna's going to survive on barely any health at all. It's the Nyx going to go down. Visage showing why he is the most popular support hero at the moment. Look at that damage just coming out there, taking out an absolute key player.
That fight belongs to KQT on the Abaddon. He carried the heck out of that. The Photic Shield stopped the last hit, and then the Death Coil, or not the Death Coil, the Mist Coil healed up the Luna when it burst. That was brilliantly done. A nice bait in.
Right, and well done on bot lane. Miguel managing to destroy that bot tower now. He's going to just absolutely harass this Lycan, who's going to have to ultimate just to get away from the extra damage. Miguel has absolutely no fear of this wolf. Big bad wolf.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged
He's going to surge his way out of there. Has a he's got the components of mechanism, just saving up the last 500 to complete it. Fun fact here, Dom. You see how Darkseer's got like a pointy head? He in his culture, having a round head is considered stupid. That's why he hates everyone. They think that I learned it from Purian Flax, so it's not the most reliable of information. But if you've got a round head, you don't have any room for your brain. So he thinks everyone's stupid.
Oh, that does make sense.
Yeah, so he's a bit arrogant, and Miggle's definitely role-playing him there.
Well, Miggle's is well suited to them, let's be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh,
pretty
gee,
sure Miggle and has a very strong opinion of himself, and I mean that in the best way. Miguel, you know I love you.
Oh, TA, once again picking up the rune with the double damage. It's been more the wards that have been doing it than the traps, but a trap going to be popped on the Batrider, not going to hit him. She's sprinting after him with the surge, doing a heck of a lot of damage. Refraction gives so much, and he runs right into a trap, which gets popped very, very easily. Toki gets 263 for that one, and VDT taking a commanding lead early on. This Batrider has not been able to roam at all. Medallion of Courage up on the Visage, who now has Familiar. Sacred Arrow will fly out, hits absolutely nothing. More of a scouting arrow, as a good scouting arrow, because Miggles is right around the corner. 50 gold off of his mechanism, wants to make something happen.
You have to love these ward placements here, as you were saying before. Look, this top lane ward right here, absolutely exceptional. I mean, it prevents any gank coming through from the virtual side into that top jungle and allows them to set themselves up and know exactly when to initiate.
VDT are in a lot of trouble Virtual are in a lot of trouble considering they did an aggressive tri lane. It did not work out at all. They went even, and then VDT took a big lead. And, I mean, they failed to shut down the Luna, which is the biggest thing. She's at 30 last hits to the 29 of Mirana. She is 1-1-3 to Mirana's.
Coming out now on Darkseer. Out on the courier. The arrow is going to miss. Miguel going in. Look at that. Perfect vacuum there, bringing them all together. Is going to be close enough. The stun goes out, but they're too close to the next tower. They need to not run to that T2. Don't be... Oh, no, not going to get it.
The
Sacred Arrow aggressive here.
Yeah, they're not the highest level. Only Abaddon can really...
Trapping
he doesn't even have his ult.
Two enemy towers is certainly going to mean death at this rate.
They do it quite skillfully. Those Sacred Arrow are going to go out, threads the needle, and the first Sacred Arrow actually hit Visage in the face, which stopped him coming forward and throwing out a Grave Chill, so fairly decent. As Lycan going to get himself a Vlad's means he can take down Roche anytime he pleases, particularly with his Quelling Blade. The push still going strong at the top here. I believe Mechanism has been finished up, as well as Arcane Boots, so the Darkseer very much an aura bot at the moment. You normally see them prioritize Surge over Vacuum, but you saw in that fight just there the Vacuum did its work with the increased range, not range. Oh, yeah, either way. And Bane getting close to the Fiend's Grip, and that does go through Black King Bar. We know that Luna loves to pick that up early on, the Black King Bar, due to her low range, but
Nightmare's going out on the Luna here. Here comes the arrow, perfectly timed not to transfer, but it's not going to matter. All of VDT there are waiting just to take him out. I shouldn't say all, but all the top laner there. Nyx is going to TP up. Here goes the stun on KT Ninja. Is Abaddon going to go down? Yes, he is. KT Ninja getting picked off there. Beautiful rotation there from the Nyx player. Nice on them, suck on.
Yeah, let's not finish
work.
that. The Fiend's Grip still not available, but the Vendetta damage absolutely monstrous there. Does a bonus 250. As the Mirana barely escaped
Dyer's top
after
tower's
the
getting
soul
beat
assumption
down.
took him very, very low. Tier 1 in the mid taking a lot of damage, a lot of
Radiant's
traps
mid
around
tower's getting
as
banged
well,
down.
zoning out poor Batrider. Oh, actually at the
Dyer's
top,
top
sorry I
tower,
missed the Visage
you know the
taking
drill.
down Mirana. Will Bane also end up falling? Does have Brain Sap
Radiant's mid
if he
tower's
wants to
coming
try
apart.
and bait them out, but it does not need to in the
Back
end.
here, getting beaten down by these Lycan wolves, but they're going to
Radiant's
expire
mid
before they
tower's
get them
getting
too
one
low.
third.
Oh, low enough it seems though. Bane finishing him off. That's a nice kill there from the Lycan and the Bane combination.
And in the mid, the tier 1 did end up falling. It was a decent flame break from the Batrider, but Linnea was just whacking away at the tower and took it down. She already has a Mithril Hammer, so working towards a very early Desolator over the Blink. As she now turns her destruction towards the top tier 1, which has taken a big beating. That will be every tier 1 tower falling for Virtual. We have a look at the difference in gold, earned 5,000 in VDT's favour. The experience only at 3,000 after a couple of nice pickoffs from the Virtual guys. And Lycan is continuing to farm up, as is Mirana, but they can't outcarry a Luna.
Oh, nice. Tempo Assassin Toki taking out the Bane. Perfectly
Radiant's
set up
top
there,
tower's
waiting for them to
taking
come and
hits.
try and defend this tower. Nicely done. This team, VDT is showing just how
The
versatile
Radiant
this team
lost
can
the
be
top tower.
when they go into a split push situation. I mean, they have enough power and they have enough
Radiant's
synergy
top
as a
tower's in
team,
bad shape.
fantastic communication, that they can basically push more than one lane, keep that rotation going. We've seen it already. I mean, they've taken out all the T ones now.
Radiant's
Now they can
top
group up
tower's hurting.
as a team. They've got their support items, they've got their mech, they've got their mana boots, which is all they really need to do, because they have the burst power to take out the primary
Radiant's
players
top
of this
tower's
virtual
taking
team.
hits.
I like that dust, just in
The
case
Radiant
Nyx was
got
hanging
one
around.
less top
Roshan
tower.
being worked on by the Lycan here, and the pings are going off. They know that it's happening. I believe KQT was pinging that one. They're working their way over. Will they be able to interrupt him, though? He's already got Roche at the 40%. Ping's still going off. Can they get there in time? Luna is... it's going to be very dangerous for Lycan if she manages to get in there. And she will discuss... Nope, she's just going to run right past. Abaddon says, check it, you fool. And, of course, there is a Lycan in there who will get it. Eclipse going off on
Oh,
Bokjoy.
beautiful!
Gets demolished. Beautiful Eclipse there. And Roche actually going to get the last hit. But BDT said, thank you very much. We will take this one. 1,000 team gold. And Templar Assassin now has another life on top of
There's
those.
Miguel showing how unafraid he is of just anything on this virtual side, charging in there. He has Visage backing him up. But we're going to see the ultimate coming out from Mirana.
Forcing a defensive Moonlight Shadow is always a great situation. Can they...
When you're getting close to about to push, I mean, they've got the Aegis now, so they're going to keep pushing this mid lane without any fear, which having that ultimate down means that Virtual can't go into an invis rotation and try and get behind them.
Oh, both the solo laners of VDT sitting at the level 11, with the rest of their team close behind. Nyx only at the level 6, as the Ancients have been... what the heck? Why is there a range creep? What the... Is that Helm of the Dominator? I don't know why there was a range creep at the Ancient camp. That was random.
It's having a special moment.
Hi,
It's,
friends.
just chilling there. Oh, okay. It's going back now. It's cool. I don't
Must
think
be
it knows
rain.
where
Does
it's
anyone
on.
have a helm?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that
Oh,
it's...
Luna does.
Oh, it's Luna. Oh, you can see it. You can see that it's brown if you look really closely.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow,
very
look at us.
So she's,
What?
we're too damn good. So
Yeah,
remotely
so
stacking
right
the
now.
Ancients. Luna, of course, very easily farms those up with her bounce, which she's now picked up. Now that the team has transitioned into pushing. Smoke of Deceit has been popped by the entirety of the virtual team. They're going to try and make a pick. They will find the familiars, but they will reveal that there is a Nyx there. Niggles
Dyer's
has his
top
surge
tower.
ready, puts
You
on
know
the
the
Iron
drill.
Shell. The familiar is going to get a massive stun
beautiful
there,
vacuum.
and then vacuum into the Dark Wall. Toki picks himself up a kill. Duxia going to fall, but Bane and Mirana have both died. Batrider doing a lot of damage with the fire break. Nice miscoil there, going to take down Lycan, and Toki picks up another one. GG calls Untamed as the Nyx barely TPs out, and 16 minutes all it takes
Radiant's bottom
for the
tower
Viet
ain't pretty
Dream Team to
sight
take
right now.
this game
The Dire
away,
won
as
this
the Ancient will fall.
Nicely played there by the BDT team. Desolator picked up there on Toki, just making him absolutely brutal. And yet another quick match coming through from this exceptional lineup But still, well played by Virtual. I think that they just got a little bit outplayed there in that top lane, as you were saying. The tri lane just didn't work for them.
They went for it because
Achieve what needed.
they give up the creep pulling. They give up a lot of experience, so they have to make it worth it, and they didn't. And Lycan got slapped around by the pointy head of Mr. Darkseer. I'd like to hand MVP to KQT or K Ninja, the captain on Abaddon, because not only is Abaddon a boss, he had some brilliant moves there with the skill set. So I'm in favor of giving it to him, but there's plenty of other viable options.
I'm gonna go with Miguel on this one personally. I just
Actually,
feel
no,
that
he played very well.
he played very well. I mean, the top lane did make sure that there wasn't really going to be a late game, but if something had failed in that top lane, we had seen this game go later on, Lycan would have been a bit of a force to reckon with. But Miguel's ability to cut that lane, to keep the Lycan out of the play, and basically pick up those really key support items early on, especially, I mean, the mech and the blink. We saw there in that last fight, that blink in vacuum, absolutely gorgeous. I think that he played this game exceptionally well.
Close second to the captain, K Ninja, with his Abaddon play. Because, I mean, anyone can carry, but who can carry the carry? Oh, we're going to have a Dropbox come up here. Going to cancel that. So thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We very much appreciate it. If you want more of Damika's work, head on over to her Twitch, Damika Eno. Streams almost every night. She's working on her Dota 2. Has been with the terrorists lately, but now is coming back to the single target stuns and stuff.
Well, not necessarily coming back. I'm going to try and balance between the two. So if you are a Counter-Strike Global Offensive fan as well, please feel free to follow my channel. We will be streaming the Vox Eminent games at in Sweden. They're in Sweden at the moment. They're going to go up against some massive teams. LDLC is their first matchup. That's tomorrow night at midnight if you're in Melbourne, or Sydney, 11 p.m. if you're in Brisbane. I think it's 9 p.m. if you're in WA. If you're in WA, I apologize.
Who's in WA?
You should move. You should definitely move. And as for my Dota 2, fingers crossed, Mr. Coldblood here and the wonderful people with BDT will be helping me extend my skills. If you have any comments, criticisms, or recommendations, please feel free to contact me on my Facebook, official Damika, my Twitter, GG_Damika, and of course my Twitch channel.
Okay, so lesson learned, pick Ember Spirit and win. Not showed in this game, but if you're going beyond the summit, every game with an Ember they win pretty handily. Aegis reclaimed in 1 minute. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gents. This is Coldblood and Damika signing out.
Good night.